Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Steven's Week, your weekly update on marketing, technology and customer experience. Welcome in this new episode. Uber is looking into buying Deliveroo, the UK-based company that is becoming really big in food deliveries in Europe. And Uber is thinking about acquiring them because Uber Eats has been tremendously successful with food delivery in the last couple of years. And this is an extremely important market, and Uber really wants to be the reference in this field. And for instance, if you look to China and you see how many people just order food through their mobile, it's becoming part of our day-to-day life. And I think Uber really understands that maybe not the logistics of people becomes the main market, but maybe the delivery will become an even bigger market, and they're going full force into that market. There's a new test happening between Amazon and Snapchat, and I think it's pretty cool. People that use Snapchat, they can use their Snapchat lens through their smartphone, and they can look to products, for instance, shoes or something nice that you see to decorate the table. And when you look at it, instantly an Amazon pop-up can appear if you want to, so you can instantly buy that product that you're just looking at. So this is like increasing the convenience again to buy stuff that you see on the spot and that you don't really know what it is, but that you would like to buy. This is not the first time that Amazon's playing with this. Maybe you remember that a few years ago they tried to launch their own smartphone, and that smartphone wasn't really a phone, it was like a scanning device to buy stuff. It had that same technology in it. Well, that smartphone of Amazon never took off, but now they're starting to use social networks with millions of people on that network to actually use that same philosophy. And it's a very small test now, but imagine that this would go mainstream. Imagine that you can do this with Instagram. Imagine you can do this with Facebook, and that you can instantly, link it back to Amazon, or just an Amazon app that you have and that you can look at things and you can instantly buy them. It's again raising the convenience to buy from Amazon. Google is doing something interesting in India with a new algorithm that they developed. They can now predict when flooding will happen and in which areas it will happen and how much water will be in those areas. And they're using all available data sources they can imagine, like the terrain indication, the amount of rain that will fall, the status of the rivers, and so on and so on. So they put all that data together, and with that they can predict the flooding, and they can alert people in a certain area so that they can take their measurements to make sure that bad things don't happen to them. So this I think is very helpful in terms of helping a certain population, helping a society, thanks to AI. I'd like to come back to that event of last week where Amazon showed all their new hardware that is using Alexa as an AI interface. One of the funnier things was a microwave. I talked about that last week. But I want to come back to that because I don't think this was a hardware event of Amazon. I think this was an inspirational event for other manufacturers of household tools to understand that they can use the Alexa technology in all those applications, like you see Alexa now in Toyota, in cars. I think this battle of voice assistants is going to continue, and it's going to be a battle between big companies like Google, like Samsung, like maybe Apple, but they're a little bit, well, not a little bit, they're far behind right now, but certainly Amazon, to become like the voice assistant in our day-to-day life. You can imagine that a few years from now, maybe 5 or 6 years from now, that voice assistant is not just a machine, or it's not just part of our smartphone, but it's all over the place, and every time that we need something or we want to do some operational things, that we can just ask it, and it's going to be a battle in terms of voice operating systems in the next few years. And I think the Amazon event was just part of that, to illustrate the power of Alexa. Facebook is launching a new VR kit to market that's gonna called Oculus Quest. And this is a standalone device, so you don't need a computer to work with it. And Mark Zuckerberg announced it on his Facebook feed this week. And you could see him play tennis with his friend that was in another room, which was pretty cool. But the question is this device going to be the breakthrough for VR and Facebook? They've been trying to go into this market for a long time. This device will cost 400 euros. It's going to be good quality. So this is a new step for Facebook to dive into this world of VR. Amazon is opening up a physical store in New York. They already have a few bookstores there. But now they're going to make a store that has a lot of the products of Amazon that have a rating with more than 4 stars. So 4 stars and up. Those kind of products is what you can find in that store, and also very trending and very good selling products. And this is interesting. I think if you look at the evolution of those technology giants, they're like at some sort of a tipping point. We had the whole Facebook and Cambridge Analytica thing that really started it. And I think the big technology companies will have to make this shift. At this point, they are fully focused on world dominance, and they're doing a great job in that field. But they will have to add or transform towards becoming a trusted gatekeeper. We want Facebook to give us good information. We want Amazon to give us good products. And this new store of Amazon is actually some sort of a quality filter that can work as a trusted gatekeeper. So my friends, thank you for watching this new episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will have a great weekend, and I would love to see you again next week. Bye-bye.